Klaus Schwab and the WEF are going under the radar, and that needs to change. We all need to start paying far more attention to Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum, the WEF. So in gematria, Klaus Schwab equals 177 and 69. The Jesuit order equals 177 and 69. The high-ranking Jesuits work for Satan just like Klaus Schwab does. Klaus Martin Schwab is a German engineer, economist, and founder of the World Economic Forum. He has acted as the WEF's chairman since founding the organization in 1971. This organization massively goes under the radar. Massively. You all need to look into the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab was born on the 89th day of 1938, and he founded the World Economic Forum on the 24th day of 1971. 89 is the 24th prime. I'm sure that's not a coincidence. The COVID-19 crisis has shown us that our old systems are not fit anymore for the 21st century, said World Economic Forum Executive Chairman Klaus Schwab. In short, we need a great reset. Klaus Schwab was born on 71 date numerology. 3 plus 30 plus 38 equals 71. He was born March the 30th, 38. He founded the World Economic Forum in 71. The same year he married his wife Hilda. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on the 71st day of 2020. Catholic equals 71. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic exactly 222 months after 9/11. In gematria, World Economic Forum equals 222. Order out of chaos equals 222. Now check this out. Written by Klaus Schwab, COVID-19, The Great Reset, is a guide for anyone who wants to understand how COVID-19 disrupted our social and economic systems and what changes will be needed to create a more inclusive, resilient, and sustainable world going forward. This right here, guys, was planned a long, long time ago. The Great Reset. If you haven't looked into Agenda 21 or Agenda 30, then you have to look into them, because they tell you where the world's going to go, or at least where these Satanists want the world to go. So just look at this guy, Klaus Schwab. Like, genuinely evil. The pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world. We're seeing that right now. I've told you, Satan is just revealing himself. If you look at the world since coronavirus was declared a global pandemic, it has just become so different. So different. All these new rules and regulations and policies and what's being accepted as the norm, which really shouldn't be. Now check this out. I always talk about Pope Francis and how he works for Satan. Pope Francis was born December the 17th, 1936. Alright? Klaus Schwab was born March the 30th, 1938. Klaus Schwab was born exactly 66 weeks and 6 days after Pope Francis. 666, the number of the beast. They both work for the beast, and that's what people have to realise. That your Pope Francises, your Klaus Schwabs, are working for the devil. They're not working for humanity like they preach. They're working for the devil. So Klaus Schwab founded the World Economic Forum. And World Economic Forum has 18 letters. And 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. So here we have Klaus Schwab with Pope Francis. And here we have Hilda. Alright? The woman who married Klaus Schwab in 1971, the year that Klaus Schwab founded the World Economic Forum. I've been noticing a lot of patterns with a lot of these celebrities, when something really major happens in their life, they seem to get married. I noticed David Beckham married Posh Spice in 1999, the year he won the treble with the Red Devils. I could do a whole video about these celebrities who get married and something majorly successful happens to them. That year they get married. So Hilda has a very, very impressive chin. Very impressive chin. And here she is with Shakira, who told us the hips don't lie, which I agree with. But Shakira lies, because Shakira's a bloke, ladies and gentlemen. Soon enough, it's all going to be revealed. Just like Hilda. Just like Hilda. Klaus Schwab was born 85 years ago in Germany on 3/30. Alright, which was yesterday. The following events occurred on Klaus Schwab's 85th birthday. King Charles made history giving a speech in Berlin, Germany. I find it wild that Charles's mother, Queen Elizabeth II, died on a date that can be written 8/9 or 9/8, and Klaus Schwab was born on the 89th day of the year, a span of 521 days before World War II began, which obviously involved Germany and England, and 521 is the 98th prime, and the Queen died on September the 8th. Over the past 300 years, strong ties have continued to be forged between the English throne and German noble families. King Charles II has German ancestry. He even speaks fluent German, of course he does, with a genteel British accent. There were many marriages between British and German royalty from the 17th century onwards, and German was often spoken in British royal households. Apparently, Queen Victoria and her German Prince Albert, the grandparents of George V, often conversed together at home in German. Isn't it interesting the two most popular soap operas in England are EastEnders, where the pub is called the Queen Victoria, and then you have Coronation Street, and the first 6 letters are Corona. So Charles speaks 4 languages to different levels of fluency: English, French, German, and Welsh. Although it was his father, the late Prince Philip, who was known for being completely fluent in German. I wonder why. I've said it so many times before and I'll say it again. The royal family are Nazis. So here's Harry here, Harry the Nazi. Prince's swastika outfit at party. Just putting the truth in plain sight, like they always do. So here's an image of King Charles with Klaus Schwab, and they look very similar. Guys, this is the world we're living in. The British royal family are Germans. This is how backwards the world is. And King Charles going to Germany, when I keep talking about World War III, is no coincidence either. Fasten your seatbelts, there's going to be World War III. Alright, why is he just going there now? We know why. We know why, they're planting seeds. So Greta Thunberg, how dare you? How dare you, Charles? Greta Thunberg was recently detained in Germany for protesting. So Greta Thunberg, who definitely looks like she could be related to George Soros, who funded Black Lives Matter, is seen here with your boy King Charles. Alright? They all work for Satan. They all work for Satan. Here's Greta Thunberg here at a World Economic Forum event. Supposedly just some innocent girl from Sweden who cares about the world and saving the world and climate change. Really, you going to believe that? And then she's flying to all these events, giving speeches on a private jet, and she cares so much about the climate. People just don't make these connections. I don't think they want to accept that they've been fooled. pretty much their whole lives. So Greta is connected to Donald Trump. Been doing lots of videos about him. They have history with each other. So Greta is an anagram of great. And I've told you, Klaus Schwab is all about the Great Reset. Briefly crossed paths with Donald Trump at the United Nations in New York. Thunberg, the Swedish climate activist, fixed Trump with a steady stare as he arrived at the UN to attend a meeting on religious freedom. And The Simpsons foreshadowed it, guys, just like they foreshadowed Trump becoming the US president. So here's Trump and here's Greta, and this is the steady stare. Alright, which was all scripted because everything on your TV is scripted. Alright? At this level, everything's scripted. Now look at this from The Simpsons. There's Trump, there's Lisa Simpson, aka Greta Thunberg. Alright? This is not a conspiracy, guys. This happened. This was in The Simpsons. The same show that predicted Trump would be the president. On the same day King Charles made history by giving a speech in Germany, Donald Trump was indicted by Manhattan grand jury on more than 30 counts related to business fraud. So Trump has connections with Germany as well. Trump's paternal grandparents, Frederick Trump and Elizabeth Christ Trump, yes, Christ Trump, were German, and Elizabeth Christ Trump died on 6/6/66. She was born in the Kingdom of Bavaria where the Illuminati were founded. First name Elizabeth, like Queen Elizabeth. Middle name Christ, like Jesus Christ. Now look at this image, guys. It looks like Trump shit himself. And Klaus Schwab, look at him. Look how miserable this man is, whatever he is. And here's another image of them. So there's your boy, Donald Trump, doing the Illuminati symbolism. I've told you the Illuminati connect to Satanism. Lucifer is the illuminated one, the morning star, the light bearer. That's who they worship. And they're going to be going to hell, these guys, I'm telling you. And here's Klaus Schwab. So they love this red and blue. We see it with politics, don't we? With your Republicans and Democrats, or Labour and Conservative. Your police sirens, your ambulance sirens. This whole red and blue. So look at this. 1 year after Klaus Schwab was born, on 3/30/1939, Batman made his debut in Detective Comics. See here, it says 64 pages of action. And coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on March the 11th. And 311 is the 64th prime number. It's also not a coincidence, guys, that Batman first appeared in a comic book the year World War II began. It began in 1939. It lasted 6 years. World War I lasted 4 years. Interesting. 10 cents, eh? The number I always talk about with Satan. So, Batman. The World Health Organization stated COVID-19 likely originated in bats. Not long after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic, you had Meatloaf die, whose most iconic song was Like a Bat Out of Hell. Ozzy Osbourne ate a bat on stage, and Ozzy Osbourne has since retired from touring. So let's start with Bill Gates, who supposedly founded Microsoft, who's supposedly a billionaire, who has a godlike complex. So the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was behind Event 201. You need to look into that, guys. You also need to look into Claydex, the pandemic simulation, which took place exactly 666 days before coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Alright? Claydex, the pandemic simulation exercise, which basically foreshadowed the pandemic, took place May the 15th, 2018. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic March the 11th, 2020. 666 days after. Here we've got Pharrell. Alright. Another one, working for the devil. You don't get to his level without working for the devil. So your musicians, your athletes, your politicians, they all work for the same master. That's why the codes are so connected, which I've shown you as well as anybody. Here's DiCaprio. As soon as he started pushing climate change, he finally wins an Oscar. Alright? Like, this guy is an unbelievable actor. It's because he's possessed. Or he's a fallen angel. They could all likely be fallen angels. Remember, Lucifer was cast out of heaven like a lightning bolt with 33.3% of the angels. It wouldn't shock me if your top stars in Hollywood are fallen angels. It's either that or they're demonically possessed. Here's Angelina Jolie. Okay? Supposedly a sex symbol. I don't want to say what I really think about Angelina Jolie because YouTube won't like it. But I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know, don't you? She likes to drink human blood. And she dated Brad Pitt. Don't get me started on Brad Pitt. So here we have Klaus Schwab with the president of China. They all do that same handshake, guys. It's the same handshake, the Masonic handshake. Here's Prince William, as camp as can be, with Attenborough, the World Economic Forum. Your boy Prince William, born on summer solstice, the 21st of June, 216, 6 times 6 times 6. This is obviously King Charles's eldest son, in quotation marks. So, what do we have here? Got Bill Clinton here, Billy Gates, Tony Blair, Bono, doing the invert sign here. No idea who this guy is or this guy, but they obviously work for Satan or they won't be there. Here's Greta. How dare you? How dare you, Greta, eh? How dare you bullshit the world? Here's Arsene Wenger. Oh, well, Thierry Henry, it really is the world's best striker right now. Wenger, you can't even coach. You're a devil worshipper. Here's Ronaldo. Alright, one of the greatest footballers of all time at the World Economic Forum. And here's your boy, Mendy, Chelsea's goalkeeper. Alright, I'm not sure about those white trainers. He's there as well, and look what's happened to him recently. Won the Champions League, won the African Cup of Nations. And here's Ronaldo. Isn't it interesting that two of the greatest footballers of all time are called Ronaldo? Very interesting, eh? Here's Tony Blair. We all know Tony Blair supported the invasion of Iraq. I've told you all wars is the devil, guys. And he really supported Iraq getting destroyed. Here's Pele. Told you Ollie would die in 2022 because I understand this code inside out. Said it in 2021. Pele will die in 2022. And he did. December the 29th. Alright? Again, World Economic Forum. A deceiver. Possessed. Or a fallen angel. Klitschko, guys. The boxer. The Ukrainian. Of course he's getting involved with the World Economic Forum. Of course he is. They all work together, don't they? What have we got here? David Cameron, eh? Another one speaking at a World Economic Forum event. People just don't connect dots the way I do. Here's your boy, here's Klaus Schwab's wife, Hilda. With who's this? It's will.i.am. will.i.am, a Satanist, the lead singer of Black Eyed Peas. Okay? Massively successful band, very little talent. And who's this? Yep, Justin Trudeau. Okay? Not exactly a beloved Canadian, is he? Another one who works for the devil. And look at this. Here's Klaus Schwab. Going under the radar. but I'm going to keep calling him out. He actually reminds me of Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. Okay, from Austin Powers. That's who he reminds me of. And I see this everywhere. I've told you all these footballers do this celebration. I could have given you 1,000 photos. Alright? They do this celebration. So this is obviously satanic, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is and what it represents, and I will. So Ecuador here, celebrating the first goal of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. They're all doing it. Alright? I think it's some sort of demonic worship, or they're under possession from a demon. And then everybody's favourite demon here, the GOAT, Messi. Right? I remember Lampard used to do this a lot. These guys, I've told you that they're either demons or they work for the devil or the fallen angels, whatever it is, they're against God. And they are absolutely against humanity. Alright? And the sad thing is, these people in general are highly regarded or worshipped. So, therefore, when you worship a Satanist, like Ronaldo, you are worshipping the devil. Just think when people see Prince William, how they react. Oh my God, wow! They have no idea. They have no idea who these people are. They're under a spell. Right? Completely under spell. Have you noticed, like, people like DiCaprio, they never age. Pharrell never ages. Alright? And people make a joke out of it. I'll just say it's Hollywood plastic surgery. No. No, it's not that. It's demonic. So, there you have it, guys. I'm doing some ridiculously incredible work at the moment and not really sleeping, but continue to call out Satan. This is the end times, guys, and we're living through it. Pick a side. God or the devil, because all of these people I've just shown you, they pick the devil, guys. Take care, much love, and thank you to everyone who supports my work. Have a blessed day.